Every single day, you wake up and face the world, but before you face the world, you've got to face yourself. That's the part most people skip. They want to change their life, change their situation, change the people around them. But they never stop long enough to look in the mirror and say, what do I need to change inside me? You are the foundation of everything you build. If the foundation is weak, it doesn't matter how beautiful the house looks, it's going to collapse under pressure. Life will always expose the strength of your foundation. That's why you've got to build you first. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and told yourself the truth? Not what you wish was true, but the truth about where you are and where you need to be. See, most people run from that reflection because it's uncomfortable. It's hard to admit that you're not giving your best, that you've been making excuses. That fear has been driving your choices. But you can't heal what you keep hiding from. The mirror doesn't lie. The mirror shows you the work. The question is, are you willing to face it? Your character will always speak louder than your circumstances. Life will throw storms, pain, rejection, and betrayal your way. But those things don't define you. What defines you is how you respond. Your character is tested when things don't go your way, when nobody claps for you, when doors shut in your face. It's easy to be positive when everything's smooth, but real strength shows when you're standing in the middle of chaos and still saying, I'm not giving up. I'm still standing. That's the moment the world sees who you really are. You can't borrow strength. You have to build it. Nobody can give you discipline. Nobody can hand you consistency. You have to earn it in silence when nobody's watching. When you're tired, when it hurts, when it feels pointless, that's when strength is built. Every rep in the gym, every early morning, every late night, every time you choose purpose over comfort, that's building season. People want results, but they don't want the resistance that comes with growth. But resistance is what makes you stronger. You don't grow by avoiding pain, you grow by embracing it. The real battle has never been with the people around you. It's been with the person inside you, the one who whispers, you can't. The one who settles for average. The one who says, maybe tomorrow. Every time you choose to keep going when it would have been easier to quit, you defeat that voice. Every time you hold yourself accountable, you win that war. The outside world will only change when the inside world becomes stronger. That's why you don't chase validation. You chase growth. You don't compete with people. You compete with your old self. And as you grow, you'll start to realize something. Your peace is everything. Protect your peace like it's gold. Don't let everyone have access to your energy. Don't let the noise of the world drown out the voice of your purpose. You can't hear your calling if you're listening to every opinion. Some people won't understand your journey, and that's okay. They're not supposed to. When you protect your peace, you protect your vision. You can't be everything to everyone and still be true to yourself. This journey, it's not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about showing up when it's hard. It's about staying faithful when nobody sees the grind. You owe it to yourself to stop settling. You owe it to yourself to stop hiding. You owe it to yourself to live in a way that honors the person you're becoming. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the applause, the likes, or the validation. It's about knowing that you looked in the mirror and became someone you're proud of. So, when life gets heavy and the noise gets loud, remember this: you are the foundation. You are the fighter. You are the builder. And the only person you have to prove anything to is yourself. You are the foundation of everything you build, everything in your life. Your relationships, your dreams, your success, your peace starts with you. If your foundation is cracked, everything you try to build on top of it will eventually crumble. You can't build confidence on insecurity. You can't build strong relationships on broken communication. You can't build greatness on inconsistency. That's why before you chase the goal, you have to strengthen the person who's chasing it. Too many people are trying to construct skyscrapers on unstable ground. They want the reward without the rebuilding. They want the results without the reflection. But it doesn't work like that. You can't skip yourself and expect your life to stand tall. You've got to go back to the core, your mindset, your discipline, your faith, your habits, and make sure that foundation is solid. Because when life starts shaking, when storms hit, when pressure comes, and it will come, only the strong foundation will remain. You can't fake who you are when life gets real. You can't pretend to be grounded when everything starts to collapse. Pressure will always reveal your preparation. The foundation you built in private will show itself in public. That's why you've got to work on yourself when nobody's clapping, when nobody's watching, when nobody's saying, good job. That quiet work, that internal construction, that's what builds a version of you that doesn't break when things get hard. When you strengthen the foundation, you don't have to fear the storm. When you know who you are, you don't get shaken by what people say. When you're rooted in purpose, you don't get lost chasing approval. Because everything that matters in life, your peace, your growth, your success stands on you. So make sure you are solid, because you are the foundation of everything you build. Don't run from the mirror. The mirror isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. It shows you what's real. It shows you where you're strong, but it also exposes where you've been hiding. Most people avoid that reflection because the truth is uncomfortable. It's easier to point fingers than to face the person looking back. It's easier to blame the world, circumstances, or other people than to admit that sometimes we're the ones holding ourselves back. But growth only begins when honesty shows up. You can't fix what you keep pretending isn't broken. When you look in the mirror, you're not just seeing your face. You're seeing your story, your potential, your pain, and your responsibility. That reflection is your accountability partner. It doesn't care about excuses. It doesn't care about how unfair life's been. It only asks one question: what are you going to do about it? The mirror is where transformation starts, because the moment you stop running from your truth, you give yourself permission to change it. It's easy to hide behind distractions, to stay busy, to stay loud, to stay numb. But silence and honesty are where breakthroughs lie. The mirror won't lie to you, even when everyone else will. It'll show you the habits that are holding you back, the fears that keep you small, and the dreams you've been too afraid to chase. The problem is, most people see that reflection and look away too soon. They see the flaws, but not the fight. They see the scars, but not the strength underneath. Stop being afraid of your reflection. Stand in front of it and own it. The good, the bad, the growth, the grace. Look yourself in the eyes and say, I'm not perfect, but I'm not done. Because every champion, every leader, every strong person started with that moment of truth. That decision to face the mirror and do the work. You can't run from the mirror and expect to find purpose. You can't avoid the truth and expect transformation. Face yourself, because the version of you you've been praying to become is waiting on the other side of that reflection. Your character is louder than your circumstances. The world might try to define you by what happens to you, but what truly defines you is how you respond when life doesn't go your way. Anyone can smile when things are easy. Anyone can be positive when everything is working. But who are you when the storm hits? Who are you when the people you trusted walk away? When your plans fall apart? When your effort doesn't seem to pay off? That's where your character speaks. It doesn't whisper, it roars. Because your character isn't proven in comfort. It's revealed in chaos. Life has a way of testing what's real. It'll shake you to see if you still stand for what you said you believed in. It'll strip things away to show you what your foundation is made of. But character isn't something that can be faked. You can talk like you're disciplined, you can post like you're strong, but when pressure comes, the truth shows. Integrity, patience, humility, consistency, those are the things that can't be taught by comfort. They're forged in fire. Every struggle, every setback, every painful moment is shaping who you're becoming. When life gets rough, don't just ask, why me? Ask, what is this building in me? Because sometimes life doesn't change the situation. It changes you through the situation. The losses, the disappointments, the silent seasons, they're all shaping your character, your endurance, your perspective. You might not see it now, but one day you'll realize that every test was training. Every storm was sharpening your strength. The truth is, your character determines how far you can go. Talent can open doors, but character keeps them open. Opportunity can introduce you to success, but discipline allows you to stay there. When people can't trust your word, when your emotions control your decisions, when you bend under pressure, it doesn't matter how gifted you are, you'll never last. But when your character is built on integrity, faith, and resilience, no storm can take you out. So stop letting your circumstances control your spirit. The conditions don't define the outcome, your commitment. You might not be able to control everything around you, but you can always control the standard you live by. Let your actions speak louder than your pain. Let your faith speak louder than your fear. And let your character speak louder than your circumstances. Because long after the storm passes, who you are will still stand tall. You can't borrow strength. You have to build it. Nobody can hand you resilience. Nobody can gift you discipline. And nobody can give you the fire to keep going when everything in you wants to quit. Strength isn't something you can borrow from someone else's motivation or someone else's energy. It's something you have to create within yourself, brick by brick, moment by moment, through every test that life throws your way. It's built in the silence when no one's clapping. It's built in the pain when no one's watching. It's built in those small, quiet choices when you decide to push through instead of give up. People love to talk about success, but they don't talk enough about the struggle that forges it. Real strength isn't born from comfort. It's born from confrontation. When you face your weaknesses head on and decide they won't win today. Every early morning when your body says, stay in bed, but you get up anyway. Every time you show up, even when you don't feel like it. Every time you do the right thing when no one would know if you didn't. That's where strength is formed. It's in the unseen, uncelebrated work that builds an unbreakable foundation. You have to understand that nobody can want it for you more than you do. People can inspire you, they can push you, they can encourage you. But they can't do the reps for you. They can't fight your battles. They can't carry your pain because your path is yours. And until you decide to stop waiting for external motivation and start relying on internal commitment, you'll always depend on something temporary to push you forward. Strength that's borrowed fades fast, but strength that's built lasts forever. When life gets heavy, when things fall apart, when everything seems unfair, that's when you find out what you're made of. You can't fake strength under pressure. You either built it or you didn't. That's why every challenge matters. Every setback matters. Every struck back matters. Because every single one of them is adding another layer to your foundation. It's easy to want strength, but it's hard to earn it. And that's exactly what makes it valuable. So stop searching for shortcuts. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop depending on someone else to light your fire. You don't need their energy, you need your own. Strength built through struggle will outlast every temporary burst of motivation. It's not something you find, it's something you become. And when you build it for yourself, no one can ever take it away from you. The real battle is inside you. It's not with the people who doubt you, it's not with the ones who hurt you, and it's not with the ones who walked away. It's with the voice inside your head that tells you to quit. That voice that says you're not enough, that whispers that you'll fail, that convinces you to settle for less than what you're capable of. That's your real opponent. Because before you ever win on the outside, you've got to conquer what's going on inside. You can't rise if you're still fighting against yourself. Every single day, there's a war between the version of you that wants to grow and the version of you that wants to stay comfortable. The battle between your potential and your excuses, between your discipline and your emotions, between your hunger and your habits. And the truth is, nobody can fight that fight for you. You can get encouragement from others. You can get support from people around you. But when the lights are off and it's just you and your thoughts, that's where the real fight happens. That's where you find out what you're made of. You see, it's easy to talk about change. It's easy to say you want more. But the hard part is silencing that inner voice that keeps reminding you of every past failure, every mistake, every time you fell short. That voice loves comfort. It loves excuses. It loves to keep you safe. But safe is where dreams go to die. Growth doesn't live in safety. Strength doesn't live in comfort. You only find your power when you push past your own resistance. You've got to learn to master your mind before your mind masters you. Because the thoughts you allow, the beliefs you hold, and the words you speak to yourself determine the limits of your life. If you keep feeding doubt, it grows. If you keep feeding fear, it multiplies. But if you feed faith, focus, and fire, that's what takes over. That's what helps you rise above every excuse and every obstacle. Every time you feel like giving up and you don't, you win that battle a little more. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, faith over fear, purpose over pleasure, you're training your mind to follow your mission. The world doesn't need a perfect version of you. It needs the version that refuses to lose to self-doubt. Because at the end of the day, the greatest victory you'll ever experience isn't beating someone else. It's conquering yourself. The real enemy isn't out there, it's in here. And once you win the war within, no outside battle can ever defeat you again. Protect your peace like it's gold, because it is. Your peace is your power. It's the space where your clarity lives, where your focus sharpens, and where your strength grows. Without peace, you can't think clearly. You can't move with intention. You can't hear your purpose over the noise. That's why peace is not a luxury. It's a necessity. In a world full of opinions, chaos, and distractions, your peace is the anchor that keeps you grounded when everything else is trying to pull you apart. You have to learn that not everything deserves your attention, and not everyone deserves your access. Some people will drain you just because they can. Some environments will keep you stuck because they feed your distractions instead of your destiny. That's why you've got to be careful what you let into your mind, your space, and your spirit. Protecting your peace doesn't mean you don't care. It means you finally understand that your energy is not free. You don't owe everyone a response. You don't owe every opinion your reaction. And you don't have to explain yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. Peace doesn't come from avoiding problems. It comes from handling them with wisdom and walking away from what disturbs your soul. You have to get to a place in life where your peace matters more than proving a point. Because when you constantly react to everything around you, you hand your power away. You let people who don't even matter control your emotions. But when you protect your peace, you protect your potential. You stop letting noise dictate your direction. You move with calm, not chaos. There will always be something trying to test your patience, to trigger your old habits, to throw you off course. But that's why boundaries exist. Boundaries aren't walls, they're filters. They keep what's draining out and allow what's healthy in. Protecting your peace might mean saying no more often. It might mean walking away from drama, limiting certain conversations, or stepping back from environments that no longer feed your growth. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. The truth is, when you protect your peace, you perform better. You think clearer, love deeper, and live freer. You stop moving out of frustration and start moving out of purpose. Because when you're at peace, you're unstoppable. So guard it, nurture it, and never apologize for choosing it. The world will try to shake your calm, but you don't have to give it permission. Protect your peace like it's gold, because it's the foundation that keeps everything else shining. At the end of the day, everything comes back to one truth. It all starts with you. Your life, your growth, your peace, your success, none of it happens by accident. You are the foundation of everything you build, and that means every choice, every thought, every action either strengthens or weakens the structure of your life. You can't keep running from the mirror and expect transformation. You can't depend on others to build your strength or fight your battles. The real work happens inside, in the quiet moments when no one's watching, when it's just you and your determination to be better than you were yesterday. Your circumstances may shift, people may change, storms may come, but your character, that's what holds it all together. Build it strong. Protect your peace like it's sacred. Because in a world full of distractions and noise, peace is your power. Discipline is your anchor. Faith is your foundation. And when you've mastered yourself, your emotions, your reactions, your focus, there's nothing the world can take from you. So stop waiting for the world to believe in you. Stop waiting for perfect timing. Stop letting fear hold you back. The greatest victory you'll ever win is over the person you used to be. And when you finally decide to face yourself, build yourself, and protect yourself, that's when everything changes. Because the moment you master you, the world no longer controls you. You control your world.